What if I told you there is a simple method you can use right now to lose up to 72 pounds of stubborn fat, feel more energized, lower your blood sugar, supercharge your immune system, protect your heart, slow down the aging process, and much more? Would you be interested? And if you're wondering, it has nothing to do with fad weight loss drugs, which do nothing more than help curb your appetite. This groundbreaking discovery is 10 times more powerful. Not only will it help you feel less hungry and supercharge your metabolism, but it will also help lower your inflammation, which is one of the leading causes of weight gain and type 2 diabetes. It does all these things and more, and doesn't require a prescription from your doctor. You don't have to have some painful injection. It's all natural with no reported side effects. Plus, it's way more effective at melting fat off your body. This incredible discovery has already changed the lives of over 120,442 people, with more being added to that number every day. We receive hundreds of emails from people all over the world, just like Kathy, who are absolutely overjoyed that they finally found something that helped them get rid of their dangerous belly fat and create a body that they love. Now, I know you may be rolling your eyes right now, but please, before you dismiss this as some other gimmick, I want to be very clear that if you continue watching this video to the very end, what you'll learn will change your life forever. Let me explain why. You see, this is not some kind of fad diet that may let you lose a few pounds only to regain them, plus more as soon as you stop it or slip up for a few days. It has nothing to do with intermittent fasting, counting calories, or eliminating the foods you love. It doesn't involve special workouts at the gym. And last but not least, it's not some dangerous surgery or prescription injection that helps you lose weight, but comes with a slew of horrible side effects. This mind-boggling discovery that I'm about to share with you is nothing like any of those things. It's completely backed by science. And there are now more than 1,000 clinical studies from leading universities, trials, and peer-reviewed scientific papers supporting this revolutionary breakthrough. Even though this insane breakthrough was mentioned on Joe Rogan's podcast and a few independent health practitioners, it has largely been ignored by mainstream media. Wondering why you haven't heard about this yet? There is a disturbing yet very real reason behind that. You see, Big Pharma and the medical industry are multi-billion-dollar per year businesses, and they do not like anyone or anything threatening their profits. They thrive off of prescribing you dangerous drugs and treating your symptoms rather than helping to heal you. They make the most money when you're fat and sick, not when you're thin and healthy. They've tried to have these results censored. They've tried to discredit the findings. They've used their influence to make sure the mainstream media doesn't talk about it. And they've even gone as far as to threaten some of the scientists involved in publishing these papers. They're not happy that people from all over the world are calling it one of the most important discoveries of the 21st century because it has the power to end the obesity epidemic. So if it's not some new drug backed by Big Pharma, risky medical procedure, or some new fad diet, what is it? Well, I'll give you a clue. It makes up almost 75% of the matter in the entire universe. It's what the core of our sun and the stars are made up of, and allows the nuclear fusion process to take place, creating their immense fiery glow. It powers the rockets used to take our astronauts into outer space. It contains so much energy potential that it's even used to create nuclear bombs. Yet, it's so small that it cannot be seen by the naked eye. I'm going to tell you exactly what this is in a moment, how it can activate the hidden metabolism switch in your body, and how you can get unlimited amounts of it for free. And I'll show you the undeniable research that proves it holds the secret to enhanced longevity, a fast metabolism, a supercharged immune system, and lasting vitality. But first, let me be clear. It doesn't matter if you're young or old, male or female, whether or not everything else you've tried has failed before, or if you're convinced you just have bad genes and are destined to be overweight. This will work for you. Just like it did for the 120,442 happy people who have already experienced the hydrogen switch. You're just a few moments away from discovering the most important weight loss breakthrough in history. If you avoid looking in a mirror because of the weight you've put on over the years, this is for you. If you fantasize about being able to fit into your favorite dress or pair of jeans again, but only see that dream slipping further and further away, like the disappearing shoreline when an ocean current drags you out to sea, leaving you feeling hopeless and drowning with despair, then this is for you. If you're tired of waiting for someone to simply love you for you and look past the fact that you're overweight, then this is for you. If you're sick of feeling exhausted and being held hostage by the traumatic toll of carrying all that dangerous extra weight around and just wish you could finally find something that works, then this is for you. You might tell yourself lies like, the dad bod is in style, or 20 pounds overweight isn't that big a deal, and if I wear this dark colored baggy shirt, no one will be able to see all the jiggly fat around my stomach. Well, you can lie to yourself, but when you step on the scales, it always tells you the cold, hard truth. You don't have to lie to yourself, and you don't have to feel hopeless any longer. I know you may be skeptical, but if you watch this video to the very end, I can guarantee you that you're not only finally going to be able to melt away all that stubborn body fat, but you're also going to completely revitalize your health. And even the most skeptical person on earth will have no choice but to admit what I'm about to show you is true. You'll hear from leading nutritionists and scientists, and I'll show you 100% proof of everything I'm telling you. You'll learn how to take advantage of this discovery and activate this hidden switch within your body anytime and anywhere you wish to finally get the toned, slim body you've always wanted or once had and lost. I'll show you how you can activate the hydrogen switch within your body and generate unlimited hydrogen for free whenever or wherever you want. But you need to make sure you watch this right now while the video is still available, because they're not happy I'm sharing this info with you and are actively trying to have it taken down. So sit back, get ready. This video may not only change your life, it just may save it too. I want you to do something for me. Close your eyes for a second and imagine what your life would be like if you finally had complete control over your health again. Just imagine what it would be like to finally fit into your jeans you kept for all these years again, or your favorite blouse, without struggling to pull up that zipper, or feeling like you're about to burst out of it. Imagine looking at yourself in the mirror and finally feeling happy and confident with the way that you look. Think about how it would feel to start getting noticed more by your spouse, significant other, or even complete strangers, getting the attention you deserve. Have you ever thought about what it would feel like to not dread going in for your annual checkup with the doctor? Or what would it be like to see the look of awe on your doctor's face when he finally sees your cholesterol, blood sugar, and weight dramatically reduced? Or being able to sleep through the night and wake up feeling energized and rested? Now, I could go on, but the important thing I want you to realize is this is not just some dream or a fantasy. You don't have to snap out of it, because you're literally moments away from discovering what 120,442 people have already experienced and changed their lives in ways they could never dream of. Unless you've been there and struggled with it yourself, many people don't realize that being overweight and unhealthy affects more than just your body. It affects your mental health, as well as many other aspects of your life. People that are overweight are much more likely to feel depressed than those who are not. In fact, up to 43% of people who are overweight struggle with depression. I know, I was before I lost the weight. Some days it was a struggle to even get out of bed for me, and it caused me to eat even more to try to help myself feel better. It even impacts your ability to make money. Now, I know you're wondering what the heck this has to do with losing weight, but just hear me out for a second. Study after study has shown that people who are overweight have a harder time getting hired, are more likely to get laid off, get demoted, and even make less money than their thinner coworkers. Having less money or struggling to find a job, getting laid off, being unfairly passed over for a management position creates stress, which causes inflammation, a leading cause of weight gain. This just adds to the vicious cycle of weight gain, depression, stress, overeating to help give you some temporary relief. When it comes to personal and romantic relationship, it's yet another disappointing reality. When you're overweight, study after study has shown that your ability to attract a mate is dramatically reduced. The quality of your relationships are diminished. It's harder to make friends, you have less sex drive as well as intimacy, and maybe the most upsetting fact is that you're more likely to die alone. Now, if someone were able to wave a magic wand and give you the chance to be thin, energetic, and healthy, wouldn't you take it in a heartbeat? Well, the good news is you do have that choice, as difficult as that may be for you to believe right now. But I promise by the time you're done watching this video, your entire outlook about your future is going to change in ways you could never imagine. I'll show you how you can use this amazing discovery, which I call the hydrogen switch, for yourself, and radically change your body, your health, and your happiness. And before I go any further, I just want to let you know that I understand exactly how it feels. I tried dozens of diets, intermittent fasting, switching to diet soda and other low-fat foods, counting calories. I spent thousands of dollars on gyms, personal trainers. I even convinced my doctor to help me get a prescription for new weight loss drugs. But in the end, none of these things helped me. I'd lose a few pounds and eventually I'd gain it right back. I dreaded going to the doctor because every year I saw my blood sugar and cholesterol rise, along with the disappointed look on my doctor's face. Eventually, I just assumed that this is how my body was supposed to be. It's my genetics. But I found out nothing could be further from the truth. I can tell you with 100% confidence, the fact that you're battling with your weight, your health, for the most part, it's not your fault. Now, what I'm about to tell you may upset you a little bit, because I know it upsets me when I learn the facts. The truth is, we've been lied to. For example, I'm sure you've seen this image of the food pyramid at some point, right? I was taught over and over again as a kid to follow this in order to be healthy, but it turns out that it was a complete lie. The US government hired a team of nutritionists to create a modern food pyramid based on the version Sweden used. When they finally finished it, they sent it to the US government. Its release was stopped by powerful lobbyists from the grain, sugar, dairy, and meat industry who demanded it be revised. The grain industry pressured them to double the recommended serving sizes and to also include white bread and crackers in the same category as whole wheat and grains. The dairy industry wanted their own category instead of mixing it in with the bottom of the pyramid like they did in Sweden. The meat industry lobbied for them to downplay lean meats, and not to be outdone, the sugar industry got them to change the wording from avoid eating to use sparingly. In an ironic twist, obesity rates climbed ever since the food pyramid became the gold standard on nutritional advice. So as you can see, it's not the US population that benefits from this, but the powerful industries featured on the food pyramid. Instead of being a benchmark for health, it turned into free advertising for those powerful industries. Now, maybe you don't really care about this because your doctor is looking after you, right? Well, would you be surprised to learn that a survey of medical schools in the US and UK, published in the Journal of Human Nutrition and Dietetics, found that most students receive an average of 11 hours of nutrition training throughout an entire 8 to 14-year medical program. Yep, that's right, 11 hours. Because the truth is, hospitals are a business. Their goal is to make money, not necessarily heal you, but rather treat you with expensive procedures and drugs. You might also be shocked to learn that in the past, doctors were bought off by the tobacco industry and would prescribe cigarettes to patients who had sore throats. The sad truth of the matter is that when it comes down to it, your health and the health of your children takes a back seat when there are profits to be made. Doctors spend years learning about pharmaceutical drugs and are bought off by big pharma to prescribe them, just like they were years ago by the tobacco industry when they were prescribing cigarettes for sore throats. And just because you're prescribed something by a doctor doesn't make it safe. In fact, one study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that up to 1/3 of all drugs approved by the FDA are recalled at some point. Pretty scary, right? I'm not trying to worry you here, but I just want you to know the truth. What you've been taught about nutrition, dieting, and what you've been led to believe by the government as safe or healthy is, for the most part, a big fat lie. The food pyramid, diet soda, and fat-free food, magical weight loss supplements, prescription injections by your doctor, and the list goes on. So you can see, it's truly not your fault. If I wouldn't have spent months researching all of this, I would have never known any of this, and even then, I was lucky to stumble across the hydrogen secret, this incredible secret, because without it, I'm not even sure I'd be here talking to you now. And the good news is, the lies, the misinformation, the constant struggle against the weight scale you dread stepping on, the fatigue, the hopelessness, that all ends today. Because I'm about to blow the lid off one of the greatest health and fitness discoveries of all time and help you get your health back. Just like it has for 120,442 other people so far. But first, let me introduce myself. Hi, my name is Kevin Mitchell, and yes, I was able to melt away an astounding 72 pounds of dangerous fat from around my belly, face, back, arms, and waist. Just to show you how bad my weight got out of control, I brought a pair of my old jeans so you can see how big I used to be before I discovered the hydrogen switch, how to activate the hidden fat burning switch inside my body. It's hard for me to even look at these because it just reminds me of the time I felt so hopelessly overweight. And to be honest, I actually ballooned up even more and these eventually wouldn't even fit any longer. And I just wore sweatpants most of the time so I didn't have to constantly buy new jeans. But by the grace of God, I was able to finally get back into shape and change my life in ways I had only dreamed about. I want to start off by saying I'm not a doctor, celebrity, or some kind of expert. I'm just a normal guy from boring Midwest America who stumbled onto something that changed my life and the life of many others. And while this story is incredibly difficult to tell and is from the lowest, darkest period of my life, it led me on a path to discover the secret to completely transforming my health, my sleep, my weight, my energy, my state of mind, and so much more. It all started with a trip to Hawaii. My wife Julie and I got married there and fell in love with these magical islands, the lush green mountains, the carefree attitudes of the locals, the slower pace of life, the palm trees, and the gentle ocean breeze was more than enough for us to wish we didn't have to go back home. Although we couldn't afford to move there, we did try to go back every 3 to 5 years and stay for a short vacation. Julie and I took a stroll on the beach to watch the sunset and then headed back to our hotel room. We had a busy day planned tomorrow. We were going on a helicopter tour of some volcanoes on the Big Island. Despite this being our third trip, we still haven't seen a volcano up close, so we were both excited. Julie was teasing me and telling me she thought I would chicken out. We headed back to the hotel, I kissed her goodnight and headed to bed. Little did I know that would be our last kiss. It must have been around 2 or 3 in the morning when I was awoken to the sound of gasping. It was Julie. Julie, what's wrong? Are you okay? I put my ear against her chest. She had stopped breathing, and I couldn't hear her heartbeat. I watched the life drain from her eyes. My best friend, my wife, gone in an instant. The next few days are hard to remember. I just remember bits and pieces of it, as I'm sure my brain probably blocked out a lot of the trauma. The doctor at the hospital said she died of a heart attack. How could this be? She was only 42. I remember screaming at them. As bad as this already was, there was only one thing I could think about more than losing my wife. Having to look our 6-year-old daughter Lisa in the eyes and explain to her that Mom wasn't going to be with us anymore. If it weren't for my daughter, I'm not sure I would have had the strength to carry on. And you definitely wouldn't be here today watching this video. Over the course of the next several months, it was very hard. I kept blaming myself and wondering if I could have done something to prevent this from happening. Thoughts like, if only I could have encouraged her to stick to that diet. Or, I wish I'd convinced her to join a gym with me before we gained all that weight. These thoughts kept me up at night. You see, Julie and I were just normal Americans, we thought. But the truth was that we had both gained much more weight than we should have. We were both overworked, overweight, and not sleeping right. But I just let it go. I just told myself Julie loved me how I was anyway. So why did I have to constantly count calories or spend time in the gym away from my family if I didn't have to? And if only I had known this before Julie's passing, I may have been able to save her. It's too late for Julie, but it's not too late for you if you're hearing this right now. And for me, what really set things in motion for my desperate search to lose weight and get into shape was my poor little girl, Lisa. While I was making dinner for us, I heard her sobbing in her bedroom. When I rushed in there and asked what was wrong, she looked up at me and said, "Daddy, are you going to die too? Please, Daddy, I don't want to lose you." My heart broke at that moment. She was right. I was heading down the same path as my wife, and I decided then and there I had to get my health back, lose this weight, get my blood pressure and blood sugar under control at any cost. "Don't worry, sweetheart, I'm not going anywhere," I said to reassure her. I began doing everything I could to lose the weight. I tried a low-carb diet. I started working out. I switched to fat-free food and diet soda. I even tried some prescription medication that everyone was raving about, but all it did was make me feel sick. I'd do okay for a few days, but then one slip up and it would cancel out everything I had done. I was constantly miserable and hungry. I tried exercising, but realistically, between picking up my daughter from school, dropping her off, making dinner, I barely had any time for myself. And I was so exhausted by the time I finally had some time for myself that exercising was nearly impossible for me. I mean, I calculated I'd need to run on a treadmill for 45 minutes just to burn off one piece of pizza. I could hardly run 5 minutes, let alone 45. Next, I turned to the internet for answers and soon found myself being bombarded with ads for new weight loss diets. I tried them all: low carb, keto, fasting, etc. Heck, I even tried drinking pure apple cider vinegar. It was nasty. Needless to say, nothing worked. Still, I couldn't give up. I couldn't give up for my daughter's sake. I joined Facebook groups dedicated to health and wellness, read people's weight loss journey blogs, and joined forums where people would talk about nutrition and weight loss. And then one day, something very weird happened. I got home from work on Friday after I dropped my daughter off at her grandparents' house for the weekend. I started researching ways to lose weight fast, just like I had been doing for a while now. I went to one of my favorite online discussion forums to see what new topics people were discussing today about how to shed pounds fast. I saw a post by someone with the title, "Everything you know about weight loss is wrong." It had over 100 comments on it, and it was less than a few hours old, so I knew it must be really interesting. I clicked on it and started to read through all of it. The person who posted it said that they were a professional nutritionist to the wealthy, celebrities, Olympic athletes, multimillionaires, and even billionaires. "Think of me as a personal health coach that caters to the wealthy," he said. "And think of me as the Queen of England," another user wrote, poking fun at him. Then he replied to them saying, "Some of you here are making fun of me, but the joke is on you because you may not make it another 5 years with your weight and health issues. I see so many people struggling here, and I just wanted to set the record straight on a few things. Yes, I mainly cater to the elite, and no, they would not be happy about me talking about this, but I think everyone deserves to know the truth when it comes to their own health." He talked about how the food pyramid and how it wasn't about your health at all, but just propaganda for the food industry. He brought up the fact that doctors have next to no training at all when it comes to personal nutrition, but have years of study related to pharmaceutical drugs. He mentioned how diet soda can actually cause more weight gain than normal soda that has sugar. He went on to talk about a bunch of fad diets and prescription weight loss pills, and he pointed out why these ultimately wouldn't work and could actually be dangerous. The real truth behind all of this is that you are a commodity to the food industry, the beverage industry, and last but not least, Big Pharma. They don't care about your health, they care about profiting off of you. Then someone asked, "If you know so much, then what does actually work?" He replied to their question with 2 words: hydrogen water. And before you say, "Water is H2O, water already has hydrogen in it," that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about purified water that has hydrogen gas bubbled through it at a specific rate, charging the water with powerful hydrogen ions. And it's nothing like the tap or even bottled water you may drink. That's dead water, which does little more than quench your thirst. This is super water, and it's as far as you can be from normal water. See for yourself. On the left is what dead water, stuff you normally drink, looks like under a microscope. And at the right is what hydrogen water looks like. You see that? He said, it has a 6-sided geometric shape with perfect symmetry. That's the power of the universe instilled directly into water, he said. This perfect geometric shape of the super water allows the hydrogen ions to flow directly to your cells and switches them into overdrive. almost like adding a pile of dry wood to a roaring fire, forcing them to work at their full capacity. And just when he started to explain the crazy weight loss benefits of drinking this super water and another 30 insane amazing effects, people started to interrupt him with comments. While some people wanted to hear more about it, others were starting with the insults and accusations again, saying he was making things up and he was a fake, posting memes like the rolling eyes, etc. So then he posted another message after that. Okay, I know most of you won't listen to me, but this information is for a few that may. What I'm telling you is the very thing I tell my wealthy clients to drink, and may end up saving your life. You want proof that what I'm telling you is true? Here you go, he wrote. He posted tons of different URLs to scientific studies related to hydrogen water, weight loss, anti-fatigue, anti-inflammation, the list went on. And then his next message was something along the lines of, I'd recommend you copy and paste these studies and save them on your computer because this information is being censored all around the web. If you don't, you may hate yourself later. This really got my attention because after losing my wife, I vowed to never regret not doing something again. So I copied the links to all of the studies he listed and pasted them into a document on my computer. It was getting pretty late at the time, so I planned to read them when I woke up. Something in my gut believed what he was saying. When I got up the next morning and went back to the internet forum, I saw that the posts had all been removed and his username was no longer active. That's odd, I thought. I still didn't think too much of it, however, until I pulled up the document where I copied and pasted all of the studies he'd mentioned. Really? All these links were to the National Institute of Health, a government website that lists medical studies, not websites that have a virus. Then it hit me. Google was trying to censor this information. That guy was right. They were actually trying to scare me away from reading it. Once I realized that, I actually got excited because that meant he must have been telling the truth. Now, this is the part you've been waiting for. I'm about to blow your mind when I show you what I discovered, and I'm going to show you proof of what I'm telling you is indeed true. So I spent that entire weekend just reading everything I could about hydrogen water, and my jaw just about hit the floor when I researched the medical studies surrounding it. I confirmed everything he was saying about hydrogen water and more. To really understand how hydrogen helps you, you need to understand why you have the problems you do in the first place. You see, almost every health problem, including obesity, starts at the cellular level. There are cells that control your metabolism, your vision, your hearing, your immune system cells, your muscles, your brain, and the list goes on. Your cells get damaged over time from toxins in our body and oxidative stress. This prevents your cells from getting the hydration and nutrients they need to work properly and being able to perform their function. It can slow them down over time, or worse yet, destroy those cells. This is why fad diets don't really work, and the weight comes right back as soon as you stop the diet or slip up even for a couple of days, because they don't address your ability to burn fat at the cellular level. If the cells that control your metabolism are damaged and can't convert the food you consume to energy, it converts them into fat and stores it in your body. If you're not addressing the problem at the cellular level, you're just treating the problem, not solving it. Almost like trying to empty the water out of a sinking ship with a small sand bucket. So, you can try a low-carb diet all you want, but it's not going to solve the root issue you have. Your metabolism is not working the way it should. It's broken. However, the hydrogen molecule is the smallest molecule in existence, and when it's bubbled through water, it's able to pass directly through the cell walls of every organ in your body. Increasing the hydrogen in your cells allows more nutrients and hydration to enter them, and loads them up with hydrogen ions, which are naturally the most powerful antioxidants in existence. It's like turning a small dirt road into an 8-lane superhighway for your cells, letting hydration and nutrients flow to your cells at a lightning fast rate. This activates a hidden switch in your body that turns your cells in your metabolism into incredibly efficient fat-burning furnaces, supercharging them the same way hydrogen powers the sun with nuclear fusion on a cosmic scale. This allows your metabolism to melt fat off you faster than the hot sun melts ice cream on a hot summer day, 2 to 4 times faster than normal. burning fat even while you sleep. It even helps protect and permanently reverse cellular damage to your metabolism by up to 42%. And it's perfectly safe, non-toxic, and incredible for your body. It's actually way better than prescription weight loss drugs at helping you melt the pounds off quickly too. One study I found conducted in Japan, where this stuff has been popular for a while now, showed that hydrogen water led to an incredible overall weight loss, as well as reduced liver fat by boosting metabolism rates. Another study I came across demonstrated how it reduced cholesterol by nearly 33% on average, lowered blood pressure, while also helping them lose weight. Another way that hydrogen can help you lose weight is by improving your digestion system. This may sound weird at first, but if you're not able to absorb the nutrients as efficiently as you should when you digest your food, you'll still feel, you guessed it, hungry. I also found some interesting research by someone named Dr. Prologo, a world-famous author who dedicated his life to finding new solutions to pain and weight loss. He found the effects of drinking hydrogen water actually increase in effectiveness the older we are. The older you are, the more damaged your cells are, and the larger the impact you'll notice by drinking hydrogen water. One of his 50-year-old patients, Melissa Donovan, lost an astounding 47 pounds of flab around her belly, waist, arms, and behind by simply drinking 1 glass of hydrogen water per day. So, we've seen that drinking hydrogen water can help melt away unwanted fat by improving your digestion, as well as supercharging your metabolism. But there is one other thing that it does. Yes, that's right, a trifecta of weight loss effects right at your fingertips, simply by drinking great tasting, perfectly safe hydrogen water. A double-blind study I found online showed that when you flood your body with antioxidants, inflammation in your body, which causes weight gain, can drop by as much as 71%. So it boosts your metabolism, helps you burn fat while you sleep, stops you from feeling hungry all the time, and reduces inflammation, which causes weight gain, plus repairs and protects your cells. Now, real quick, I know people toss around antioxidants a lot, but just to give you a quick example of why antioxidants are so important for your body, here's what oxidation does to a steel car. Now think, if it can do that to steel, just imagine what it does to your body. Thankfully, hydrogen water is one of the most powerful antioxidants there is. You can see below how powerful it is with this basic experiment you can do at home. Take 3 fresh slices of an apple. Leave 1 out in the open, 1 in a glass of tap water, and 1 in hydrogen water for 6 hours. You'll see the apple in the hydrogen water has 0 oxidation damage compared to the other slices. In fact, just drinking 1.5 liters of hydrogen water will give you as much antioxidants as eating 756 bananas or 516 apples. Just based on the weight loss properties of hydrogen water alone, it's already amazing enough, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Because of the immense anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties of hydrogen water, it also has some other pretty amazing effects. According to several studies, it also can help increase exercise performance, increase stamina, and reduce fatigue by reducing lactic acid buildup in your muscles. That's right, run faster, get tired less, recover faster. I'm sure this is a top reason why pro athletes and Olympians love it. As if these findings weren't one of the most amazing discoveries of our time already, hydrogen has another property that also affects another organ in your body, your brain. Hydrogen is so small, it's able to cross the blood-brain barrier and interact directly with the cells in your brain. It's been shown to help reduce the oxidative stress on brain cells and help support your memory and learning abilities, which is especially important as we age. Notice, everything I'm telling you here, I'm showing you proof. Many people, including myself, also notice they simply feel better, happier, worrying less, more motivated, and have a generally better mood when they're drinking hydrogen water. And again, there is scientific evidence supporting this. Also, no one actually likes to look older, right? The number one cause of fine lines and wrinkles is cellular damage to the cells in your skin caused by UV radiation. UV radiation generates those pesky free radicals, aka oxidation. Well, what if I told you there was a study out of Japan that showed hydrogen water significantly reduced wrinkles and fine lines on a test subjects? by applying the water directly to their skin. Not only that, but it also stimulated collagen synthesis to help with saggy, droopy skin. There is no reason to pay skincare companies that prey on desperate people hundreds of dollars for creams when hydrogen water is scientifically proven to be just as effective or even more effective. Do you think celebrities just never age? Or do you think they're privy to information that most people don't know about, like hydrogen water? And the best part is, I'm going to show you how you can generate your own hydrogen water anywhere for free. Again, there are literally thousands of studies talking about the amazing properties of hydrogen water, and I'm just covering some of the benefits. It also helps enhance your immune system so you get sick less often. It helps support your hearing. It helps protect your eyesight. It helps with allergy symptoms, and it even resonates at the same frequency as your pineal gland, which can help elevate your consciousness and spirituality. The physical, mental, and even spiritual benefits are off the charts. If you're like me, you probably think it's crazy that this is not all over the news. I was actually getting angry towards the end of the weekend, realizing that this information was being suppressed from everyday people like you and I. I was glad I had finally found the solution to my problems. I just needed to figure out how to get it. I thought about it all day. The only thing I could think of was somehow to get a license to purchase hydrogen and set up a lab at my house, but realistically, I just didn't have the money or the knowledge to do that. So I decided to try to track down the person who was mysteriously posting that group and plead my case with them, hoping that they'd share more of their knowledge with me. After all, by now I had gotten pretty good at researching things online. So after a few hours of searching the internet for the username they used, I happened to see a comment from someone with the same username on another internet forum. On a hope and a prayer, I decided to private message them and see if they'd be willing to tell me more. I mentioned I was in the other forum, where some of the other people were ridiculing them. But I said I was one of the people who believed what they were saying, and I was desperate to know more. I let them know how my wife died suddenly in my arms, and about my poor little girl Lisa, who was terrified that I would meet the same fate, and about all the things I've tried to lose weight with zero results to show for it. And then a few days later, fate smiled on me. He replied to my message and said, "Although I wish I could, I can't reveal everything as I'm sworn to secrecy. What I can tell you is that it has something to do with magnesium. Seek and you shall find." Magnesium? I know from my research, magnesium helps regulate your blood sugar. But what does it have to do with hydrogen water? I didn't know, but I knew the perfect person to ask. My father-in-law, Julie's dad, John. He happened to be a chemistry professor, but on top of that, he did consulting for drug and nutrition companies. Later on that day, I stopped by John's house after work and told him about my idea. I spent a few hours showing him all of the research surrounding hydrogen water, and I'll admit, at first he was a bit skeptical, but by the time we went through all of the studies, he couldn't believe his eyes. And he said the same thing I said. How have I never heard of this? This is the discovery of the century. I just laughed and told him, that's a topic for another day. Then I told him what the mystery person told me online about magnesium, and I asked him what this could possibly have to do with hydrogen water. Don't you remember your chemistry from high school? Magnesium and water react to create hydrogen. But there is a problem. Although magnesium is an essential nutrient that our body needs to stay healthy, if you want to create hydrogen with it, the reaction is very slow when it's mixed with water. It wouldn't work well enough to create the amount of hydrogen you need to get the effects that you're looking for. My heart sank. I knew it wasn't going to be this easy. I guess it was back to doing research online. And just as I was getting ready to leave, 10 minutes later, feeling totally defeated, he stopped me when I literally had one foot out the door. Hold on, I have an idea. By adding a few more ingredients to help speed up the process, yes, this could work. Really? I exclaimed. But if I help you with this, you have to promise me one thing, he said. You have to share this with the world, for Julie. This could literally save the lives of thousands of people worldwide. I instantly agreed. I knew Julie was smiling down on us right now. So I decided to take the next week off of work while we worked on the formulation. We wanted to create something that someone could simply add to their water anytime, anywhere to create instant medical-grade pure hydrogen gas that bubbled through their water, super water. By adding citric acid, which is vitamin C, to the magnesium and a few other things he learned from consulting with different nutrition companies, he was able to speed up the reaction by over 3,000%. After a dozen attempts at getting the ratios correct, we did it. We were able to create tablets that you drop directly into water, and after a couple of seconds, it was fizzing with more hydrogen bubbles than a freshly opened bottle of champagne. He ran some tests on the water and ensured everything was safe to drink, and then examined it under a microscope. It had the exact same perfect geometric shape that the mysterious person in the health forum talked about. At this point, I knew we'd done it. He took a small sip of it, and then a larger one after that, and then suddenly I saw his face light up. "Go on, try it," he said. I took a sip, not knowing what to expect. It's hard to describe it. It tasted like fresh spring water, but with more of a silky smooth finish. It was incredible. I was worried it would taste weird, but it literally tasted like a better version of water. Super water. Water infused with the very essence of the universe that helps boost your health to new levels and melt fat off you even while you sleep. But I didn't want to stop there. I couldn't let my wife's death be in vain. I needed to make sure that nobody had to go through the pain I went through, and my daughter. I wanted to create the ultimate weight loss formula that actually worked and solve obesity for good. I asked John if we could add a few more things into the formulation, things I've studied extensively while researching fat loss. I added something that most people have never heard of here in the US, Coleus or Scoli. It's a rare tropical plant that grows wild in the mountains of Nepal and Thailand and helps create two enzymes that free fatty acids from your cells, squeezing every last bit of stubborn fat out, which allows the hydrogen in your body to more easily burn the fat. Next, I added pomegranate extract, which is one of the only other all-premium natural ingredients I could find that was not only a powerful antioxidant, but also suppressed appetite. It even improves your fat-burning metabolism and helps regulate your blood sugar. I also added some vitamins that aid with fat loss. Vitamin B12, which has been shown to help lower cholesterol and assist with fat burning. Vitamin K, which many people are deficient in, helps burn fat specifically in the abdominal region. Finally, John added some natural citrus berry flavoring, which enhanced the flavor even more, turning regular water into delicious tasting super water with the silky smooth essence that hydrogen gives it. Nothing like this has ever been created before. This powerful formula uses the powerful weight loss effects of hydrogen along with other ingredients to activate the switch in your body, signaling your metabolism to hop into overdrive, forcing it to burn fat at incredible rates, even while you sleep. Next, we needed a name. How about HydroLean XT Gold? John said. I love it. Describes exactly what it does, and it's easy to remember. Finally, there was one thing left to do. I needed to try it out for a few weeks to make sure it worked. Before I headed out to work on Monday, I dropped one tablet of HydroLean XT Gold in some water and watched it start fizzing for a few seconds. Then, just sealed the cap of my water bottle and headed out. I drank the HydroLean XT Gold throughout the day and really loved the taste. I kept drinking the hydrogen water throughout the day, and after 3 or 4 days, I had almost forgotten I was drinking it. By the time Friday got here, I noticed something. Usually, by the time Friday got here, I was super tired. Sometimes I take a quick nap in my car before I head back into work. But this time, I was buzzing with energy, focused, clear-headed. The weight was coming off much faster than before. I felt incredibly optimistic, happy, and for the first time, in control of my body and my future. I still hadn't put 2 and 2 together until I went to my annual checkup with my doctor after work that day. And I felt different. I was wide awake, fully alert, clear-headed, and the most amazing thing was I felt great. No aches or pains, and felt completely rested. And then later that day, I noticed something else that was strange. Usually after I have lunch, I feel exhausted. Sometimes I take a quick nap in my car during my lunch break. But this time, I was buzzing with energy, focused, clear-headed, the weight was coming off much faster than before. I felt incredibly optimistic, happy, and for the first time in control of my body and my future. I still hadn't put two and two together until I went to my annual checkup with my doctor after work that day. When I stepped on the scale, I noticed I had lost 3 pounds since I started the week. It finally dawned on me this had to be because of the HydroLean XT Gold tablets. The doctor took my blood pressure and it was down to a normal range, 125/80. I haven't had normal blood pressure in probably 10 years. My doctor looked at me and smiled and said, "Keep up the good work." Little did he know that I hadn't done anything different besides drinking the HydroLean XT Gold. My diet had been pretty much the same. And the funny thing is, I had been so busy that I didn't even have a chance to exercise even once during the week. Later that weekend, my blood work came back from my doctor's visit, and it showed that my cholesterol went down and so did my blood sugar. I was ecstatic. I wasn't going to have to go on these pre-diabetic drugs after all. The next few weeks marked a huge turning point in my life. I ended up losing the weight I needed for my job and kept losing more until I had lost a whopping 72 pounds of life-wrecking fat. I even got promoted at my company. I guess I got the eye of upper management. Everyone noticed my drastic weight cut and was congratulating me. And I wasn't the only one feeling this way either. John had been drinking it daily as well, and he couldn't stop talking about how amazing he felt. He also ended up shedding over 25 pounds of fat around his stomach area. His cholesterol and blood pressure also normalized as well. Looking back, I can't even comprehend how I was going through life the way I was, carrying around all of that extra weight, feeling terrible all the time, tired, unhappy, getting sick constantly. So if that's how you feel right now, trust me, I understand. After we were positive it worked, we shared it with John's colleagues at the university and some of my friends as well. And that's how it all started. From there, people just kept wanting more and more. Eventually, Dana White's personal nutritionist, Gary Brecka, caught wind of hydrogen water. And if you don't know, Dana White is the president of the largest professional fight organization in the world, the UFC. Listen to what he had to say. After creating our first batch of HydroLean XT Gold out of my father-in-law's garage and making a few tweaks, the word started to get out. And soon we had people contacting us from all over the world asking to try our HydroLean XT Gold formula. We had to get a warehouse with a lab facility and hire people to help keep up with it. I'm now proud to present to you HydroLean XT Gold. You'll be able to create unlimited 99.9% pure medical-grade hydrogen with nothing more than water and a single tablet of HydroLean XT Gold, the only supplement on the market that works at the molecular level. It helps extract stubborn fat out of your cells, supercharges your metabolism, turning your body into a fat-burning machine, reduces your hunger cravings, helps support healthy cholesterol and blood sugar levels. It's loaded with so many antioxidants that you'd have to eat over 750 bananas to get the same amount as 1 glass of HydroLean XT Gold water. Over 1,000 peer-reviewed studies backed up the science. It's incredible, plain and simple, and is the most important discovery in weight loss history. It's made right here in the US in a FDA-approved facility, and using HydroLean XT Gold couldn't be easier. Once per day, simply drop 1 tablet into a glass of water, wait for it to start fizzing, and then once the fizzing slows down, drink it. You can even store it in a water bottle if you'd like to drink it later on throughout the day. Just don't let it sit open for hours after you mix it, or the hydrogen could evaporate out of the water. Nothing like this has ever been created. It's about to change your life like it did mine and so many others. HydroLean XT Gold is the best water you can put into your body. I drink it, my daughter drinks it, and even my dog drinks it. I water my plants with it to help them grow more. I've lost an astounding 72 pounds of unwanted fat by doing nothing more than drinking HydroLean XT Gold. And I'm not alone. It's changed the lives of over 120,442 people so far too. It's the only thing in existence that is able to help melt fat away, starting at the cellular level using this threefold approach. 1. Improve your nutrition absorption in your digestive tract, helping you to feel less hungry. 2. enhance and repair the cells that control your metabolism, turning them into a raging fat-burning furnace that incinerates fat, even while you sleep. 3. Reduces inflammation by up to 71%, which is the leading culprit of weight gain. And again, there are over 1,000 peer-reviewed scientific papers talking about all the other benefits as well. Anti-aging, improved sleep, improved mood, reduced brain fog, lower cholesterol, better stamina, endurance, libido, and much, much more. And it's all right at your fingertips with the HydroLean XT Gold. Let me ask you, what would this be worth to you? To finally feel good, look good, and to be in control of your body, to have energy like you did when you were in your 20s, and to turn back the hands of time of aging. Many people would pay anything to be able to have this, but I'm not doing this to make money. If I was, I would have sold my business already to the many companies offering to buy out my entire inventory and the business itself. I'm doing this to help people. I lost my wife because we were clueless when it came to our health and constantly misled. I don't want others to experience the pain my daughter and I went through. So I'm not charging $1,000 for this, even though it would still be well worth it. I'm not even charging $250, the price you'd pay for a couple of shirts and a pair of jeans. We want to make sure that everyone can afford these because everyone deserves to have them. So we decided to give it to you for the price below. Basically enough just to cover our costs of the materials used to build them, the warehouse we used to produce them, and running this website. Free bonus number 1, 33 awesome health hacks. On top of that, we'll also include our 33 awesome health hacks that will show you simple but relatively unknown things you can do from the comfort of your own home to help with everything from weight loss to joint pain. You'll be shocked at number 7. I was when I read it. Normally, this is sold for $39, but it's yours free if you order today. Free bonus number 2, 5-layer water purification system. And if you buy 3 or more bottles, not only will you get a discount, but you'll also get a home water purification device that contains activated carbon and other filtration layers. It will help filter out things like heavy metal, sediment, chlorine, and bacteria, leaving you with fresh, pure drinking water. And that's what you want to start with when you're drinking hydrogen water. So I can't recommend this simple filtration device that attaches to any faucet in your house highly enough. Valued at $29.99, we'll include it absolutely free. And if you buy 3 bottles, you'll receive everything just mentioned, plus an even deeper discount and free shipping as well. I'd really recommend getting 6 bottles if you can. You'll receive the best pricing plus our free bonuses. But the real reason you should get 6 bottles is to make sure you have enough HydroLean XT Gold to last you. Big Pharma has already taken notice of HydroLean XT Gold and is constantly trying to get it removed from the market. They do not want this secret getting out, so who knows how much longer we'll be able to keep selling it. And then there is the rampant inflation causing our prices to constantly go up, so the next batch we produce may be more expensive than what you're seeing today. You can never have too much HydroLean XT Gold, and it makes an incredible gift for friends and family members. But if you're still on the fence, let me make it easy for you. We offer a full 180-day, no questions asked, complete money-back guarantee. You have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. Plus, for every bottle we sell, we're donating a portion of the sale to a charity that assists children who have lost a parent. There are no hidden fees or subscriptions, and we treat your privacy with the highest respect. Your information will never be sold and is completely confidential. We accept all major credit cards, including PayPal. Once you place your order, you'll receive a tracking number so you can see where your shipment is at all times. You'll also have direct access to my personal email, so feel free to send me any questions you have about HydroLean XT Gold or anything else that matter. I'd love to hear from you and see how your life begins to change. So you have a choice to make, and I've tried to make it as easy for you as possible. You've heard from scientists, leading health experts, people who have experienced it firsthand, and seen more than a dozen scientific papers talking about how incredible hydrogen water is. You can continue down the path you're on, trying to force yourself to give up the food you love, exercise for hours, or try the newest fad diet that has no real science behind it. And eventually, your weight, your cholesterol, and your health will ultimately give out, just like it did to my wife, Julie, devastating those around you who care about you. Or you can literally just push a button and drink pure, safe hydrogen water, which has more than 1,000 scientific papers saying it works. You've listened to me this long, so I know you'll make the right choice, and I promise I'll be there every step of the way to help you. So click the Add to Cart button and experience the fuel that powers the universe for yourself, and I'll see you on the other side. Here's to the new you and your new future. Frequently asked questions. How does HydroLean XT work? HydroLean XT contains 7 powerful natural ingredients that have been perfectly combined to help support weight loss. Is HydroLean XT right for me? All of the ingredients inside of HydroLean XT have been constantly tested for purity and to ensure against toxins and contaminants. As always, if you currently have a medical condition or you're taking other prescription medications, we advise you to show a bottle of HydroLean XT to your doctor before you take it, just to put your mind at ease. What if it doesn't work for me? The more results we see, the stronger we believe HydroLean XT has the power to help support weight loss. It's true though, nothing works for 100% of those who try it, as each body works in its own way. That's why every bottle of HydroLean XT comes with an ironclad 180-day money-back guarantee. If for any reason you aren't fully satisfied with the results, you can just return what you haven't used for a full, no questions asked refund. What does it taste like? HydroLean XT tastes like high-quality bottled water, but even lighter, with a silky smooth finish. It is not carbonated like soda water or other fizzy drinks. What kind of water can I add? The HydroLean XT is designed to work with any type of water, whether it's tap, spring, mineral, well, or bottled water. But please, do not add carbonated, boiling water, or anything other than water. How long does it take to ship? You will receive a tracking number within 24 hours of your purchase, and it should arrive within 5 to 7 business days. How can I get started? It's so easy. Just click the button below and you'll be directed to our secure order checkout page. Enter in your information and we'll immediately get to work shipping HydroLean XT right to your doorstep.